How do we teach our children about the wonder of God's plan for love, marriage, and sexuality? In an age when our children are surrounded with immoral sexual images and explicit sexual education programs in their schools, how do we protect their innocence? And how do we pass on the proper message when the time is right that human sexuality is meant to be holy and beautiful? These are the questions that parents primarily in the Western world repeatedly and pressingly asked our late Holy Father John Paul II. He saw that we are in a time of cultural crisis, and in 1995 he responded by commissioning a pontifical council comprised of dozens of clergymen, religious, and lay family experts. They looked to the heart of the Church's teachings and wrote a guide for parents who need help in educating their children on the delicate subject of human sexuality. The title of the document is The Truth and Meaning of Human Sexuality, Guidelines for Education Within the Family. The program you are about to view shares the principal points of that document through the testimony of parents and educators who follow church teachings in their own lives and through clergymen who help spread the wisdom of a crucial Catholic document.
The Church teaches very clearly parents are the primary educators of their children. Now that does not mean simply because when they're babies they're the first ones who are educating them. That means all the way through grade school and high school the parents still are the primary educators of their children.
Teenagers will say that that is their number one reason for remaining abstinent until marriage, is what their parents think. And so often as parents we think we don't have any impact on our kids. But what we believe and teach them as parents is going to be their number one reason for staying true to themselves and staying abstinent until marriage.
If you have a weak relationship with your father's not present or doesn't really seem to care, that the girls are going to go out and try to find that somewhere else.
Growing up and understanding that sex was not an acceptable thing outside of marriage was a good message. The thing that would have helped me more is to understand why wasn't it good.
But I am not for sex education in the school. I really am not for it. I want our kids to know, and then I want them to be surprised. We're not talking about a plumbing class here.
Parents today are faced with an awful lot of negative pressure that's put upon them and their children. And this is, of course, because we live in this clash, as John Paul II called it, this clash of the culture of death with the culture of life. And the culture of death is pressing very, very hard.
The media has an impact, and it's a huge impact on our teens, and it's in everything. In the music, you've got to watch what they're listening to because you hear it over and over again. The messages are have sex, drink a lot, do drugs, and get even.
Parents need to be the gatekeepers of their home. They need to watch what comes into the house. They need to guard what their children are seeing at the movies.
So it's up to us, to the degree that we can, with the grace of God, in the environment in our home, make sure that sex education is positive and beautiful.